guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Shanice TV. I know you guys have missed me for quite some time, but you know, I just needed a break for my mental health. It's that simple. I just needed a break. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, I don't know, here, you guys know that I have been kind of radio silent for like the past 2 weeks. And like I said before, that was just really for me to take a break from my mental health. If you guys have been on social media, been watching the news, you guys know that the Black Lives Matter movement is really making history, pushing limits, which it shouldn't have to. Like, there shouldn't have to be a Black Lives Matter movement. It should just be, you know, respect and equality all around. But you know, growing up, I've always been told that life is not fair, and this is just a manifestation of that phrase. So today, this video is not to bash people. It is not to call anybody out or anything like that. It's just really me talking to you guys. I want to have a conversation. I feel that it is important that as a content creator that I say my piece in this, and I didn't want to say it sooner because I didn't want to speak blindly or speak from a place of anger. So I just, you know, took a step back. I asked God to use me and to speak through me, basically. That's what I asked. So yeah. So I took a break from my mental health because all over social media, all over the news, the Black Lives Matter movement is, you know, really, like I said, making history. And with all the police brutality and stuff like that going on, it's just so heartbreaking. It's just very sad. So today, I just want to say, you know, my heart goes out to the families of all the victims of police brutality and of racism. I cannot imagine how you guys feel. I can't imagine living like that. I can't imagine experiencing racism like that. I have had one encounter which I will tell you guys about, and at the moment I didn't even know that it was a racial encounter. I didn't even know that it was because of race, because you know how people believe in Santa Claus and people believe in Tooth Fairy, and there are people who don't. At that point in my life, I was a person who didn't believe in racism, nor did I believe in racism. I just, like, I couldn't fathom it. I know some people in the comments may be like, girl, you're naive or whatever, but seeing is believing. And that was my reality at that point in time. So this actually happened a few years ago. Thank you for the win, but I'm gonna need you to calm down. I don't remember how old I was. I don't remember the year that it took place in. I just know that it was quite some time ago, over 3 years ago. So I remember I was unemployed at this moment in time, and I'm so glad that I didn't talk about it at that time, because I just remember being confused. Like I said, I literally could not wrap my head around racism. I was just so confused, and then I was angry. So I'm glad that I didn't, you know, put out the video at that point, because I did film a video and I was just so annoyed. So let me paint you guys a picture. So it was a few years back, like I said, and I was on the hunt for a job. I can't remember why. Anyways, I was on the hunt for a job, and basically a friend of a friend of a friend put me up with this job. So I got the call and I was asked, how soon can I come in to do an interview? I was like, you know what, I can make it in 2 hours. It's going to take me an hour to get ready and an hour to commute here. I'm just going to, you know, this is not going to be like a regular story time. I am just going to kind of compress this story. So long and short of the story is, I go in for the interview. I meet this guy. He's a very sweet older gentleman, and he seems to be impressed with me. He says, oh, you look so nice. You look very made up, whatever. And it's like, you know what? I practice makeup artistry and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh, well, I understand, you know, what you look like that. Said, when can you begin? I said, when do you need me? He said, can you start next week? I said, okay, great. Now, at this time, another girl was working there. Let's call this girl Ashley. That's the first name that came to my mind. And That's what we gonna call her. I really don't remember her name. So if her name is in fact Ashley, I'm sorry. But I can't go on without saying this. He was Caucasian, she was Caucasian as well. So it turns out that he needed me because she was leaving for school or something like that, and he needed a replacement. Sweet girl, she was around my age or whatever. So she just showed me the ropes basically of the ins and outs of the store and how to do like the transactions and their paperwork, stuff like that, very, very basic stuff. And we got along fine. Now, the next week, she was gone, and I was the only girl there, the only person working there. There was a guy there, and he was, I don't know if he was Guyanese or if he was Indian, but he was working in, to protect the identity of this establishment. It was kind of like a two-part store. So one part of the store sold bricks, and then the other part of the store, the other part of the business restored lights. Okay, that's not what really happened, but let me just put it like that. Okay, so he used to work in the back repairing the lights, and I think it was him and his dad that used to work or whatever. Nevertheless, long and short of the story is I worked, and this guy, he brought in somebody new. Like, it would have been probably 5 days into me being there. I saw when she came for the interview. Then after, same thing that happened to me after her interview, I, showed her the basics of what went on in the store and stuff like that. And then the owner of the store, let's give this guy a name. Let's call this guy Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue, he was just like, oh, Shanice, there's no need for you and this other girl, let's call this other girl Dove. There's no need for you and Dove to be here at the same time, so, she can leave. So the next week, it happened that I think we would either alternate days or she would come in, like, if I worked from 8 to 5, she would come in at 2 to 5, whatever, something like that. So we're getting on to the end of like the second week, and Mr. Blue calls me aside, and he's like, Shanice, can I speak to you for a moment? I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. He calls me in the corner and he goes, I'm really sorry to do this to you, but the store is not doing as well as I thought it was, so I'm gonna have to let you go, but thank you for being so helpful and stuff like that. And I just remember in the moment being like I felt very overwhelmed, like I was fighting back tears at the time, and I was just like, you know what, thank you for the opportunity to work here. And then he asked me if it is that I need you in the future, can I call? And I said, yes, once I'm not doing anything, I will be available to help you out, whatever. So I remember this so distinctly. I remember sitting on one of his chairs and being like, I was texting my friend, I was just like, I just got fired. I have never ever been fired. Well, I have never ever been fired. That was the first time I was ever fired. He told me basically, to arrange with Dove to give her the key so I would no longer have the key, which was standard because, I no longer work there. I don't have a reason to have a key. That happened, and I remember I stopped working, or my last day would have been, I think it was a Tuesday. Now, the Wednesday, I'm sitting at home. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was a little bit depressed because I was just like, oh my gosh, here I am. I just finally found a job after looking for a job for so long, and now here I am back at home. Like, what am I gonna do? And now have to go through this whole process of sending out applications again, or like looking for ways to make money. And I was just like, oh my god, it just slipped through my fingers so easily. But like the old people always say, God works in mysterious ways. Now, I wanted this video to be short. I just can't. Now, y'all notice the difference in the storytelling. Like, when I don't film for a while, I'm always just super awkward whenever I get back on camera. But whatever. So I remember sitting at home and I'm on my laptop because I was doing YouTube at this point. I think I was editing a video or I was planning one. But I remember sitting in the living room, TV on my laptop, when my phone rang. So I picked up and it was Dove. Now she says to me, where do you keep something? And I explained to her, you know, if you go to this point in the store and you pull out this second drawer or this third drawer, that is where it is, and this is how you do it. So she tells me thank you and whatever, and I am just now flabbergasted. I'm just like, but he fired me. He told me that he doesn't need my help anymore, so why is she still there? I will get to what y'all are thinking right now because it just crossed my mind too. But I will get to that in a second. And I remember texting my best friend at the time, being like, why is she still there? And she couldn't fathom it either. She was just like, trying to come up with these possible scenarios to, I guess, kind of make me feel better. And I told my mom, and she was just like, Shanice, what do you think it is? I spoke to my cousin, and I remember Dove had like this grandmother or grandfather, something like that, who was like a prominent member in society, or they did something like outstanding, something like that. And Mr. Blue was going on and on about Dove's relative, whoever it is, I can't remember. And I was speaking to my cousin, and she was just like, Shanice, obviously, well, he likes her, so that's probably just what it is. Now, where Mr. Blue's store was, I had, y'all know I always got a second job. My other job was close by. So one day I was at that job, which was just a part-time job actually. And I saw Dove walking by, and I said, hey. And she came in, and she goes, I said to her, you know, when you get some time to come, I want to chat with you. So she came back when it was her lunch hour or whatever, and I was just like, what is going on? I actually went to her. She told me that I could come to the store because my job was a little bit more lenient than hers with time or whatever. So I go to her, and she basically tells me that she's still working there, and I give her my side of the story. I said to her, you know, Mr. Blue said to me he no longer needs me. He doesn't know the store isn't doing that well, so he can't give me hours and stuff like that. And I was just like, what is this? What is this, honey? I was shocked. I was in tears almost. But I had that conversation with her, and she ends up telling me that she thinks that it's a class issue. And because I said, I wonder if it is, you know, the way I look, or if it is that he doesn't want me to work in his store. Because mind you, like I said, this business sold bricks and did like repairs in that. But Mr. Blue also had another business where he owned a cafe. And the waitresses, I've seen one of them look like me. She was black. So I was confused, as I said. I was confused. And she said to me she doesn't think it's a race issue because she is black. But looking at her, you would not see that. Like, she has the complexion of a Caucasian, and her hair was very, very straight. But she made it clear to me that she was black. She was in no way hostile at this point. She was just being very, very nice throughout the entire conversation. And I was just so confused. I was literally confused. She, in her opinion, she said to me, like I said just now, she thinks that it's a class issue. So this man is not a racist, he's a classist. And I don't know how, because he does not know where I stand in society. He does not know what class I am. It still baffles me to this day. Nevertheless, I would pass there, and I would see her working in there, and this was months after he said to me that he doesn't need me anymore. And sometimes I would purposely walk by Mr. Blue's store to, see if she is there, and she would still be there until about a year or so afterwards. The entire store was gone from the location. So, like I said just now, God works in mysterious ways. So that was my little story time. Now thinking about it and talking about it, it baffles me still, because it was just like what else could it be? What else could it be? Seriously, what else could it be? My deduction from this entire experience was just that, he wanted a certain look for his store. He may not be, I don't like to call people the R word, on assumption. He may not be that, but he wanted a certain look for his store, and she was that. Even though she was mixed or whatever, she looked more so on his side of the fence, so she could represent his brand better. And I mean, what am I to do? Like I said, God works in mysterious ways. I found a job after that, a much more stable job. I like the people a lot better, and I enjoyed working there much better. Now, I guess probably wondering, she needs to say you worked in the vicinity, and the other job that I got after that was in the same vicinity as well. And he seen me afterwards, and he was shade, and it would just be like, I know you're not talking to me. But yeah, that was my one close to racial racist experience. And like you guys see, that was a very borderline, very surface level something. So I just can't imagine the people actually, going through it. I pray to God that I never ever have to experience racism. I feel like saying that right now is kind of ridiculous, because it just seems as though it is something inevitable. It's bound to happen. So that was my experience. In terms of what is going on right now, I know there are a lot of protests going on, especially in the US. We have some here in Barbados too. That visual of that man with his teeth just... I know that there are a lot of protests going on in the States and around the world, and those peaceful protests are turning violent because of whatever reason. I am not there, so I'm not speaking wholeheartedly on what is happening over there. All I can suggest to you guys, if you decide to, step out and march and, be a part of history and fight for our people, is, to research before you go out protesting, the group that you're going with and stuff like that. I seen people saying, take milk, wear masks and goggles just in case, it turns violent and people, shoot you with rubber bullets or throw tear gas at you and stuff like that. And before you donate online, research the organization that you are donating to and its history. Make sure that it is a credible source, or it is in line with the Black Lives Matter movement. and just stay safe. That is my wish for you guys. Anybody viewing this video, that is my wish for you guys. You know, if you come into contact with the police and realize that it's going left, please, all you can do is, you know, just be compliant and try to be as peaceful as possible. I could only imagine. Every time I envision myself in a situation like that, my hands are up and I'm just saying, yes, please, no, please, yes, sir, no, sir. And I know that people are frustrated. I've seen videos where, you know, people are like cussing out the police, but at the end of the day, they have the weapons. In a situation like that, just, you know, take it back. If we have a handle on our emotions, we are so far. I hope that you guys took something from this video. Comment below and let me know, you know, if you ever had a racist experience, how you dealt with it, or how you would have dealt with, how you think that you would deal with a racist experience. Comment below and let me know if you think that that guy was a racist or not. I still don't know. It just was a very baffling situation to me. That brings our video to an end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my last upload right there. A playlist of all fun videos, more fun than this, right here. Subscribe to me by clicking my face, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Remember to be completely you. Love yourself. Love others. And be black and proud.